I just walked over here and I saw this huge fish in the water. I believe that is a carp, and he just stirred up some dirt over here. I don't know if he's looking for food or what exactly he was doing, he or she. I hope it wasn't laying eggs or anything. I don't want to really try and disturb it. So today we're back in the same place we were in the last video. About 4 weeks have elapsed, and the conditions are much better today. I was actually going to come earlier today, but it was just too darn cold. It's the end of August right now, and it was actually like fall. It felt like fall this morning getting up out of bed. But I'm here now. It's about almost midday, and I'm going to show you what a pristine aquatic metal detecting environment looks like. So last time I was here, this water was up significantly higher. Over here, there's actually a bank now. this was completely submerged underwater. This wasn't even here, and down there is where I kind of maneuvered my way. I'm going to go the opposite direction today, since the water is a little bit lower, because I do think it gets a little deeper on the other side of the creek. But I'm going to head down and get started. So a couple hours have elapsed, and I haven't found anything real good. So I actually tried to go up stream towards the bridge, but it actually started to get really deep, and I wasn't getting any signals anyhow. So I decided to come downstream, where it's a lot shallower, and I've been getting a lot more hits and I've been able to recover them more quickly. I just came over here to this dump area, and I'm going to show you what I just found. It rang up in the 50s, and it's awesome. It's my second one ever, and it kind of looks almost identical to the one I found, but it's not whole. I'll show you here. So wouldn't you know it, I wanted to take underwater footage, but as you can see, it's very cloudy here. I think it's a dump, actually. There's like a broken jar over there, but once you know it, this rang up in the 50s. Look at that. You know what that is? I do believe that is a button. A tombac button, I would assume. Looks very similar to the one I found before. I'm excited because this is really the only good thing I've found all day. I found a few old things upstream here, but that's remarkable. I'm going to hang around in this area for sure a little bit longer. So I walked over a few feet from where I found that button, and I found this. I'm not sure what that is, but there's something else over here in this hole. I'll let you listen to it here. Kind of bouncy, but I noticed my signal changed a little bit when I was digging through this dirt. It's kind of like, almost like rocky clay type soil. So we're going to go ahead and see if we can excavate this target. I think I have that target. I moved it. I'll let you listen to it. There it is. It's not bouncing around too much. Yeah, I guess it kind of is, but it's consistently going in the 60s, so maybe it's a bullet. We're going to go check her out. Get my pinpointer. I may have to turn the camera off, but it's right over here somewhere. Unless I was getting too close to my camera. I think it's a little deeper. I buried it a little. Right in there. see what we got. Well, it wasn't a bullet, but here's what it was. Looks like it's just a piece of crumpled foil. That's why I was reading crumpled aluminum. That's why I was reading kind of high. I'm pretty sure that was it. Let me double check with the detector here. No, that was not it. It's still in there. So that's good news for me. About 2 inches down. Let's go check her out. So I found that target. Unfortunately, it wasn't anything old. I think this may have been a dump, like I said at one time. I'm not sure what it is. It looks kind of like some kind of electrical socket, maybe. Has hinges at the top. I'm not quite sure what that is. But yeah, that's what it was. So we'll keep looking in here. So I came over here by this rock, and my detector, AT Pro, started going crazy, and I knew there's something big, and sure enough, I don't think I'm going to be carrying that one out. It's like a huge steel crossbeam. No clue how that ended up here. That's interesting because we're kind of in the middle of nowhere. But yeah, don't think I'll be carrying that one out. A little too big for my pocket. Just I was trying to see if there's anything underneath that steel beam. That's why I moved it, and there was. I found something really weird. I'll show it to you. So this was reading up in like the mid-50s, low 60s. Yeah, it's the top of a spoon, but it's like very flexible, almost like it's foil. It's really weird. I've never seen anything like that. Make out the design though. It's definitely the top of a spoon, unless it's just a very cheaply made spoon. I think if you want to grip your cereal though, it would just bend backwards. So that's interesting. I never saw anything like that before. Well, I just finished searching that tide pool. I guess you could call it that. But I didn't really find anything else. It's definitely was probably like an old dump at one time. I found another like top of an old like glass bottle, really old. I don't know if it originated there or not, but it definitely was old, and I think that you can kind of see over here, if you look, there's kind of like a little side stream that kind of washed into there. So I think that was active at one time, probably not too long ago, and it may have just washed in there. Same thing could have happened to the tombac button. Right there where that little rock is about where I found it. But sadly nothing else. But I think what I'm going to do is head downstream, and you can kind of see there's like a big rock outcropping, and it gets a little deeper maybe up there. I don't know how deep, but we're going to see, because that could have been, you know, who knows, maybe soldiers could have gone in there, crossed there, and we'll see if we can find anything there. If it gets too deep, then I think we'll just call it a day. Trying to stay a little bit closer to the bank while I work my way down here, because obviously over there, that's where I found that tombac button, and I've been getting a lot of this trash iron signal, getting a lot of barbed wire fence. And it's not surprising, because if you look right up there, I don't know if you can see or not, there is a barbed wire fence up there, and that might not even be the original one. You'll find this very common find along creeks, at the end of property lines, especially if it's an old fence. It's deteriorated over time. It just washes down with the rain into the creek. Thought I had a signal here, so I was trying to get some of the trash iron. There's some trash iron in with it. So I'll let you know if I have anything. I don't think it's anything, but I'll let you know if I do have something. Okay, well, I made it down to this little bend now, and it actually doesn't end like I thought it did. It looked like it was kind of dammed off just from the angle. It actually continues, and you can see it wraps around, and then it looks like it's dammed off a little bit more up there. There's like a beaver dam up there, and there's a house and all that. So I didn't go too far up there that way. I actually haven't been getting too many good hits down here anyhow, which is a shame. It's just more the same. That signal I had a little earlier was more of the same. it was more barbed wire. It's unfortunate I didn't find anything down here. If you look closely, you can see fish going around. There's a lot of little baby fish. I had some biting at me earlier. It's a shame there's nothing down here because the water is beautiful, crystal clear almost, and it is up there, but more so down here. It's really nice. Maybe that's why there's not anything down here, because it hasn't really been disturbed. But I'm actually heading on my way back right now, so I'm only going to dig the strong, consistent signals. It's starting to get into the early evening, and I don't want to be out here too much longer. So we'll see if we find anything else on the way back. So I traveled not too far, but I've been going pretty quick. I haven't been getting any hits, but I've been looking down just to see if I can find any surface finds on the way back. And I looked down, and I thought it was a rock at first, and I found a really old piece of croc. It's not uncommon, but I guess it's kind of uncommon for this area, because I really haven't been finding too much of anything else. But this could potentially be, I definitely know it's old. Maybe perhaps from the Civil War, post-Civil War. I'm not actually sure when they started making croc. But I thought that was interesting. We may save that, see if we can maybe get a date on it. Probably difficult to determine that, but looks like it was maybe the top of some kind of the top of the croc rather. You can see how it's kind of curved. So I don't see any else. I just found it sitting down there right beside my pick. So we'll go ahead and take it. So I did not find anything else, really much of nothing on the way back. Well, actually I lie. I found a fishing lure. I found 3 of those today. I'm going to show you everything I found. So, it's my phone and my keys. I didn't find those. I bought those. Well, got the keys, I guess. So here are my Ferris items. I actually found these right upstream from where I found that button, but it wasn't in that same inlet. This is like an old handle, and I'm not sure what these other things are, hinges and stuff. This I actually found right near the riverbank. It's pretty heavy. It looks like it has a hole in the center. I think that might just be like some kind of brace. I have no idea what this thing is. No clue. And then this thing, I don't think it's ferrous. Well, yeah, it is. My magnet picked it up. So I'm not sure what that is. It didn't ring up. It didn't ring up as iron though. Here's some of my scrap right here. That piece of croc I found on the way back. These rang up good. I think it's just some scrap copper. Rang up kind of like a pull tab actually. There's a pull tab. It kind of read up as like a nickel, anywhere from a nickel to a quarter, and some more scrap. This little doohickey which I showed you earlier, and then I found 3 fishing lures. This one I found on the way back, and then I found half of one. I found this one. I think it has writing on it, but I can't make it out. Can't really see because of the lighting. Then I found this weird looking spoon thing, and then last but not least, my pride and joy today, my tombac button. I'm guessing that's what it is. It looks a little, maybe perhaps bigger than my other one. I'll have to compare it when I get home. Very happy I found that, especially since this is probably going to be my last, or not probably, I think it will be, my last water hunt of the year. And my girlfriend is very happy that I found this because she thinks I always get grumpy whenever I don't find anything. so I'm happy I found that. I don't get grumpy, I just get sad, I guess. So my hair is a mess, but I guess that wraps up the water hunting season of 2017. And now starts some land permissions. I actually had one early on in the spring when the water was still just a little bit cold, but the guy never got back to me. But I have gotten 2, possibly 3 others since then. So I'm probably going to investigate those here within the next month or so. And we might even come back here to Zach's land. He said we're more than welcome to metal detect the land around here. Just wait till it gets a little colder because it is a wooded area and it's all overgrown. So, but that about does it for me. So glad I found that button, man. It was a great day, beautiful day. Water was a little cold at first. But then it was clear, and nothing like it was last time. You could actually see the bottom. Didn't really get any underwater shots. I apologize for that. It's just a lot of the stuff I was finding wasn't really that good, and that button I found was in some pretty muddy water anyhow. So, but that about does it for me. Happy hunting, and I guess we'll see you on dry land next time. Take care.